Aloha. I just finished reading Stephanie Bond's I Think I Love You. And the tagline under it, sisters share everything in their closets, including the skeletons. And I really don't know what I'm going to say about this. This is kind of a last minute. I should review that kind of thing. It says it's a humorous romantic comedy. No, humorous comedy. That's good. A humorous romantic mystery. And it is. And that's why I wanted to read it. I had done 2 or 3 thrillers, suspense in a row, and needed to come down. And so I was looking for something kind of a little sappy, a lot funny. I like comic romances more than I do the romances. And so I would call this actually a romantic mystery as opposed to a mystery with a romance. And it starts out with 3 sisters, which interestingly are a blonde, a brunette, a blonde, a redhead, and a sister who has like jet black hair. How do you get all of these out of the same genes? I don't know. But it starts out when they're kids, and they find, they live in a little tiny town. I think North Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina. And they find a dead body, which happens to be their aunt. And after they go through the initial process of finding the body, it flips to modern day. So they're all grown up. They've gone their separate ways. The family is dysfunctional at best. The redheaded sister has affairs with married men, and when one of the wives finds out, the wife comes after her with a gun where this woman works. And so she takes off because the woman escapes and can't be found. So the sister takes off and goes back home to this small town. The black-haired sister is this world-famous model. She's like the spokesperson for a hair care company. And everybody knows who she is. She's on billboards and print ads. She's everywhere. And her hair is like down to her butt or something. It's really long. And it's her pride and joy. It's insured. All this stuff. And her boyfriend is abusive and gives her a black eye when she's, her face is like her, it's a part goes with her hair. It's who she, her whole thing. That's how she works. So she goes running home to North Carolina. But the redhead and the black-haired sister do not get along at all. The red-haired sister was engaged to be married, and the black-haired sister took off with the fiance the night before the wedding. So they haven't spoken in years. And it's actually the guy that hit her was the former fiance. So then there's the blonde-haired sister in the middle who tries to negotiate peace for everyone. She wants the family. She wants everyone to be one big happy family. Her parents are going through a divorce. They have to liquidate their house, their antique business, everything, because the father overspent. I can't remember how he overspent. It was a gambling problem. The father is an alcoholic. And so the parents are getting a divorce, and the bank is foreclosing on everything, so they have to liquidate and get out. So the blonde-haired sister goes home to help them with that. Everybody ends up back home at the same time. And So the book follows as they're feuding back and forth. I mean, these sisters literally jump each other and attack, claws out, which is funny. Then there are the men in their lives, you know, the former fiance, abuser. He comes back in and tries to make it with the redhead again. And then there's the guy who's appraising the properties and all the assets, and he, you know, him and the blonde kind of match up. And then there's the redhead. She has a police officer or a detective from, where does she live? Pennsylvania or something. And so she's got him calling with updates, and they kind of, you know, you can see that it's going to happen with them. And then the black-haired sister, the model, has her agent that you think maybe they're gonna, you know, it all kind of weaves in and out. And then the parents, you know, the mother's a nervous wreck and breaks down at everything, and the father's an alcoholic and can't handle anything. So it's up to this blonde-haired sister. She's the main character in the story. But it's just kind of a lighthearted romp. Oh, and they have to go back, and new evidence comes out about their aunt's murder. And so they have to go back and try and find out, is this new evidence relevant, or is it, you know, nobody knows that they saw what happened. And so they have to try and the three sisters have to try and figure out what's going on. But it's all up to this one sister, because the other two don't care. They want to leave it dead and buried. They want to push it as far down as they can. But it's the blonde-haired sister who's saying, but if we sent the wrong man to prison, or, you know, if they sent the wrong man to prison because we didn't say anything, you know, I can't live with myself. And so she starts digging in with this appraiser guy that is there. And then someone else gets killed. So it really is. It's like a lighthearted read that keeps you engrossed. And you know, the author is a good author, Stephanie Bond. I love her work. And let's see, this one is, let's see if it gives me pages. No, it's not going to give me pages. It just says location and time. It looks like it says 5.5 hour read. And so, you know, this is a book I can recommend if you just need something lighthearted that you don't have to delve into or get overly engrossed in. I mean, it's good, you can get engrossed in it, but it's not going to, I don't think, for me it didn't leave me reading an hour past my bedtime. And I did pick it up a few times, like when I was waiting for something, and so I picked it up and was reading. But it's not that kind of, okay, wait a minute, let me finish this chapter before you interrupt me kind of thing, for me. And so I do recommend it. It's a good book, especially if you like romances or lighthearted mysteries. It's really good. And so I Think I Love You by Stephanie Bond. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.